Yes, I'm on. Test, 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 test. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Spirit Circle today on how tarot cards can help develop your intuitive senses. We have a full 90-minute class today. So what I'd like to do is share a little bit about tarot the first hour, and then at the top of the hour, we'll take a quick break. And then we'll do a couple of readings in the second part of our spirit circle that you would have a sense of being able to draw cards for yourselves and understand a little bit about their meaning. So while I am getting ready, hey, Carol, let me see who all's here. If you want to post in chat where you're from, where you're coming from today. Virginia, DC, okay. Maryland, and Baltimore, Minnesota, Mindy, Canada, another Canadian. I haven't seen Nelson on yet, but he's also from Canada. Virginia. Oh, okay. So I wanted to ask if everybody has cards. It's a little bit different from oracle cards, and I'm going to share the difference. Tarot cards. This class is going to use tarot cards, the ancient divination tool of tarot. And this has been a tool that folks have used for centuries, where it was actually passed down, I believe, through the Egyptian times, through to Europe, through Romanian, and also through the kings and queens in Europe. They would ask psychics, gypsies, for readings to be able to help guide their kingdom. So this is something that's been around a long time. I think the oldest book I could find was printed in the early part of the century. One book that I highly recommend, and I don't know that I put this in the handout, I'll give you all the handout, but this is the book that has wonderful color illustrations. If you're looking to understand tarot a little bit better, it'll give you the card, the meanings, all of the different symbolisms of tarot. And this is how I was able to help develop my intuitive senses when doing tarot readings. So let me give you the handout. Everybody go into our chat. The Ultimate Guide to Tarot. Yes, Mel? What's the name of the book? Let me put that in here. First, I'm going to give you the handout. See if you guys can open that document. I'm going to put in chat the book, The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. You can get this on Amazon. Okay, so does everybody have tarot cards, whatever flavor? I have Golden Tarot Rider-Waite that I use every day. And I think the one that I'm going to share today is Angel Tarot that has wonderful colors and illustrations. Regardless of the card type that you use, with tarot, the numbers are the same, the suits are the same, the major arcana versus minor arcana, they're the same. We're going to talk about those today. The difference between tarot and oracle cards is oracle cards, you can have any subject, any number of cards, any meaning to those cards. With tarot, there's a specific number, kind of like playing cards, right? That you have 22 cards in the major arcana and you have 56 cards that are split into the four suits of the minor arcana. And what people use tarot cards for, I'm just going to check in chat. You guys were able to open? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So there's three big topics that people love asking information from the tarot realm. Love, health, and money. Like those are normally the big three that people would like, a little bit of insight into. And what we're going to do is talk a little bit about how to take care of your cards and how to, we're going to actually divide up your deck. So the goal is for you to be able to touch every single card, whether you're a beginner or if you've been doing tarot for years. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to gain a little bit more insight into your readings for yourself and possibly for others. Okay, so caring for your cards. The box, I would keep it in the box, whatever tarot deck that you use, if it comes in a box. Kachina isn't here today. Her father is in the hospital, so we're just going to send some loving energy to anybody that needs a little bit of love, energy. If you have anybody in your family, anybody in your community that needs a little bit of love and healing, I'm just going to send that to everybody on the call and everyone who joins on the recording. I was sharing about Kachina. She came to my house and brought a Tupperware box full of tarot cards because she has different cards that she does readings with. She does readings with angels. She does readings with Rider Waite. She has some, Kyle Gray has some, I think his oracle. But there's different cards that you can use, and you want to look for a card deck that speaks to you, that moves, touches, and inspires you. When you go into a metaphysical bookstore, you might have, oodles of different kinds of card decks from different kinds of authors. For this class, you're specifically looking for tarot cards, and it can be a deck that really speaks to you as far as the colors and the representation. Carol says, the oracle cards you have from Kyle Gray. And I do use oracle cards. I have some sacred geometry oracle cards that I use for readings. This class, we're going to go into the tarot cards themselves. So keeping your tarots in a box, you can clear the box with incense, sage, surrounding it with white energy and light. When you are done with the cards, you want to put them in a safe place. And to begin with the cards, you can even knock on them. I'm going to actually tilt my screen in just a minute so you can see my cards. But preparing your deck, if you have your cards with you, I'm just going to share a little bit about how this class will go. So it's your clairvoyant sense that is possibly going to be your first clair that you're going to use for reading with tarot cards. However, I invite you to open up all of your senses. For those of you who are clairsentient, you may feel energy. For those who are clairaudient, You might hear guidance and wisdom come through. Claircognizant, you might just receive knowing information in regards to these cards. Whatever your gift is, that's you just want to open up as far as reading your tarot cards. So when you are working with your tarot cards, if you take your tarot cards out, what we're going to do today is we're going to divide them up into 5 groups that you'd be able to get a sense of the different groups of cards, the different suits, and the major arcana cards. And when you're doing readings, when you're shuffling, any card that like jumps out at you is one that you might want to use in your readings. When I am drawing cards, I will start shuffling. Can you see me here? And you just see one that pops out. If you're doing a reading for somebody else, see how that one popped out? You can let them draw cards. If you're doing a reading over Zoom, you may have to draw it for them. And whenever you are doing a reading, you just kind of want to open yourself up, relax, take a couple of deep breaths, allow intuition to come through. Remember, the reading isn't about you. This is all about them if you're doing a reading for somebody else. If you're doing a reading for yourself, then it's definitely all about you. And I do readings for myself all the time, and it's kind of uncanny, the messages that I receive. Shuffling your cards, you can shuffle your cards any way you like. The cards that I have are kind of a larger set, but you can shuffle them any way that works for you. And if you are working with somebody who you're doing a reading for, they call it somebody who's querying a question for the universe, querent. That person, you want to just open up the space and receive any type of energy from them, even asking them their name, how to spell their name, that you're in touch with whomever is your reader, whoever is sitting in front of you. Okay, so we're going to divide the cards into 2 decks. The major and the minor. So which ones are the major arcana cards? Those are the ones between 1 and 22, and they probably look a little bit different in your deck. I'm going to share with you my angel tarot cards. So I've divided them into 4 sections. There are the water cards, the cup cards. There are the fire cards, wands, the air cards or swords, and the earth cards or coins. And then the rest are going to be the arcana cards. And the angel tarot cards, they are purple in nature. So divide your cards up, and you're looking to put them into 2 groups first off, the major ones and the minor ones. Anybody have any questions about which is major arcana and which is minor arcana? The minor ones are like your playing cards. You have 1 through 10. You have the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. And then you have
Cards are all mixed up, so I need to separate them.
yes. So let's go ahead and divide them up and put them into categories so that you can get a feel of each of the cards.
Okay. So if it says water on it, it's a water card.
Yep.
And here on one side it says water, but the other side says Queen of Cups. What does that mean?
Let me see the other side.
Other side is all same, but I
Okay.
mean, on this one, on one side here, it
Oh,
says queen, and it here on the up, it says water.
so water and cups is the same suit.
Okay,
So you want to put all of your water cards together
okay.
and all of your fire cards together.
Well, these have two, air and water. Like Knight of Cups is air and water.
Show it to me again. So Knight of Cups, that's a water card.
But look here on top, it says air and water.
Yeah, I don't know enough about your particular deck.
Okay,
So if that is Knight, I do know. Each of the four suits, Page, Knight, King, and Queen, they all have their own element. So what you might be seeing is air being the element of Knights and water being the element of cups. And for this exercise, and we can talk about tarot cards for hours, but for this exercise, we're just looking to divide them into the core groups and the major arcana.
okay, thanks.
Major arcana, we're going to we're going to do an exercise with the major arcana. So if you want to take the major arcanas and put those in order 1 through 22, I'm just going to take a minute to be able to go through your cards, touching every one. Who doesn't have cards with them? Who is today? Megan, you have an extra major arcana card. You have 23? Interesting. When we go through the major arcana, I don't, Carol doesn't have tarot cards. Okay. So
I don't have
Carol,
tarot cards either.
Razi, you don't have tarot cards?
No.
So sit back, enjoy. There's a level of numerology that comes with these cards that you would find insightful. And if you are looking to be able to pick up a pack of tarot cards on your own, a local metaphysical store, even Amazon. I've gotten tarot cards off of Amazon. If you're interested in making the investment, you will by the end of this class, whether yes or no, it's something that you want to participate in, add to your divination tool collection. And I don't know that we're going to have time to be able to go through the court cards, but we're going to touch upon the four suits and the major arcana today. Let's see if I can we should have a suit of coins, earth, air, your swords, fire, wands, water, cups, and then the major arcana. Would the angel tarot cards be okay? Yes, this is, Carol, this is what the angel tarot ones look like. I don't think Doreen Virtue is on them anymore. It's mainly Radley Valentine through Hay House. So while you all are through your cards, touching every one, I'm going to touch a little bit on the different suits. To hear an echo, so I'm going to mute and just unmute yourselves if you have any questions, or you can post your questions in chat. I've got the chat window open here. Carol, great, you found the Angel Tarot ones. They're so colorful and have messages at the bottom to help you with your readings. That's why I like the Angel Tarot. So I'm going to speak to the four different suits for a moment and share with you that out of all of the four suits, the earth ones, as far as energy, these are the slowest. Dimensionally, they're more at a level of the earth plane. They often will speak to information about prosperity, money, career, finances, even your own body. Those are the earth cards. You may also have, if you're looking at the Rider-Waite Golden Tarot, they're the coins on theirs. That's the slowest energy. The next one after that is water. These cards are about passion. They are in regards to your emotions. If you have a question about relationships, water cards often appear to assist and guide. Also, this is the frequency of the heart, your water cards, your cups. The next one I'd like to share are the fire cards. These are your wands. Mine aren't in any particular order. The fire cards, these are the ones that speak to your desires, your passions, your intuition. If you are looking for guidance on travel, fire may show up. And also communications, the soul, those types of cards will show up in readings if you're looking for information on passion. And then we have the air cards. This one is possibly, it's the fastest energy, fastest moving. So if you draw a air card, we're going to take a look at doing a reading that's past, present, and future. Air cards in your future means something is going to happen quickly. Earth cards in your future means it might happen a little bit more slowly. And the air cards, these are of the mind. These are the thought provokers, the ideas, intellect, decisions. These are your mind cards, your sword cards. Okay. Does everyone have their cards sorted? At least into the five groups. Repeat about earth and coin. Sure, Kim. Earth, they're the slowest moving cards. They are connected with the earth. This is your support structure, grounding. If you have questions about money, finance, often these will come into play. The earth, the coin cards in Rider-Waite, they have, they have coins on them and often deal with prosperity, money, your job. All right. The major, no, let's not do that. Let's stay with the tarot cards, the different suits. I'm going to touch upon the different numbers, and this is the same vibrational frequency as in numerology. What ones mean, what twos mean, all the way to 9. In tarot, we have up to 10. So I'll speak to a little bit about each of those. And if you are still sorting your cards, keep sorting. We're looking to be able to have 5 different stacks when you're done. So I'm going to speak to the different numbers in each of the suits. The ones, be it air, water, fire, or earth, the ones are new beginnings. If they show up in a reading, that's often the onset of something. In the Rider-Waite cards, you often see a cup or water or a coin handed to the on the card as a gift of something or the initiation of something in your world. Twos represent partnership, balance. It's the combination of going from self to a relationship. Threes often have a third element. These are also acknowledgments, celebrations. They're often good news items. They're introducing another dimension to a partnership. Fours, Carol, I got your message and we're going to speak about that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Speaking of good readings versus bad readings, I am of the community that is into healing and support. So when I do readings, I do all of my cards face up. I don't do any reverse meanings, but all of my cards are face up. I keep my deck organized that way, that every reading is a good reading. Fours. If you consider a table has 4 legs, it's a grounding card, a stability card, and it may also give you insight into where you might need to set boundaries for yourself. And it's a stability card. Fives, regardless of what tarot deck you use, fives are where, if you were to see tarot as a journey from 1 to 10, 5 is where you are coming into your awareness of yourself with the world. There may be challenges, there may be conflicts, differences of opinions of others. It's also an unstable card. Things are in flux. And depending upon what suit that you use, some fives may be more challenging than others. 5 of Swords, that's going to be conflict of the mind. 5 of Coins, that may be some type of disease around money, some type of upset around money. It's that growth area, right? Before you have a breakthrough, there is some chaos and turbulation that you would be able to see what may be coming, that you want to stay calm, do some healing work, love up on yourself whenever fives turn up. And if we stay, I'm at the 6 now. So if we were to stay in the mindset of a journey, 6 is where you have overcome whatever challenge was with that 5 card. And it's a manner of harmony and peace and creates a space for healing where you've just gotten through whatever conflict there was and now we're in a place of harmony. When you get to the sevens, that is a vibrational frequency of graduation or stepping out into the world. This is potential and ambition. It has you moving forward again. Megan says she pulls them. Keep pulling. That's something I've learned too. I've seen Katrina do this a lot. If she is doing a reading with somebody and she shares the reading and they're still like, I don't know what this means, draw another card. See if there is some additional insight that you might be able to receive that would give you a little bit more focus and clarity. Sevens, I think I mentioned that's moving forward. In the major arcana, it has a chariot on it, you'll see. Eights. Eights is a manner of progress that you are moving forward. If you are considering taking a journey, going on travel, and an eight shows up, that is in alignment with you on a spiritual adventure and has you moving forward. Nines in a reading, that is your big picture viewpoint. When you have nines, it has an invitation to be able to expand your views a little bit larger, a little bit grander. Intensity, passion. If you are drawing a nine, you're towards the end of a particular phase in your life and you're victorious. You have accomplished something. And it's encouragement, it's acknowledgement and support. And then tens is a completion of things. We're going to swing back around to the one. We have 1 through 9 as single digits. And when you get to tens, 10 is the acknowledgement of something that you have accomplished. It may also be a letting go of something where you're getting ready to start something new. You might have completed a project or made a purchase. It's the completion of something and the beginning of something new. Any questions? We're going to do a little bit more about numbers when we go through the major arcana. Any questions about the numbers? I have a really fun numerology class. I did it with Maria. Is Maria on the phone, on the call? Maria? Just gonna look. No. Numerology is another dimension of tarot reading where you really understand the significance of the numbers. And once you understand the numbers and have a feel for the different suits, it's easier for you to interpret the messages that are coming through. Court cards, we could spend a whole class on court cards. I'm just going to touch upon them. Just going to look at the time because we do want to be able to do some readings. Pages are your messenger cards. There might be something that Spirit wants you to know. Knights are your action cards, your doers. Depending upon the different suits, you might see a knight riding on a horse. On the air suit, they're moving quickly. On the earth suit, it's a knight on a horse that's stationary. There's different insights into the knight cards. They're actually the ones that go out into battle, right? The kings and queens stay behind, and it's the knights that actually go into action. Queens in tarot, they're the nurturers. They're that mother archetype. They're multifaceted, dealing with caring, nurturing, support, wisdom, and being able to take care of yourself. Kings, they're the authority figures. They are the ones with the people powers, leaders, advisors. If a king shows up in your reading, it may give you insight into somebody in your life that holds that role. There might be a message there for you in regards to somebody that's in your life. They are also insight into how to handle a situation. If you have a project that is in chaos and nobody's taking the lead and the king shows up and a reading for you, it might be an invitation for you to look at what you might do as a leader in that situation, whatever situation that you're asking questions on. Okay. So we're going to take the minor arcanas and we're going to set these aside. And we're going to take a look at the major arcanas. They're from 1 to 22. I'm sorry, 21. You know what? I might have missed. There are 20. Well, there are 22 because there's the 0. There are 22 cards. Somebody had shared that they had an extra one. Megan, an extra major arcana card. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what that is. If you put these in order and you were to look at them, I'm just going to spread them out. If you were to take a look at your cards, I know I'm not going to be able to do all 21 in a line. There's a journey here. So I want you to take a look at your major arcana card. We're going to talk a little bit about this spiritual journey that shows up. We're going to speak to these as though you're going on a journey. Okay. 0, this is where you're starting off on your journey. It is often a sign of new beginnings, leaps of faith, unexpected opportunities. And then consider that you are stepping onto the planet. You have been born, you're now incarnated into human form, and you're aware that when you're really young, you have these psychic abilities before society kind of pushes down on us. We still have magical tendencies because we still have a connection with the spirit realm when we're first brought into the earth plane. And it allows for you to see that you have many gifts available to you on your journey here on earth. The second card, the number 2 card, Major Arcana. This is the High Priestess card. Represents secrets, intuition, learning. Silence is golden. The best way to preserve your integrity is through silence. Watching, observing. That's the High Priestess card. The third, number 3, is the Empress card. This has a mother energy to it, deals with creativity, resources, abundance. If you see this card in a reading, it may mean that there is something about to be born, either a project or a creation, a new opportunity. Number 4, again, remember 4 as the 4 legs of a table. This is your stability. This is the Emperor card. Order, leadership, power, boundaries. When this card shows up, it may be a message to be able to get things in order, organized. Your 5 cards, vibrational frequency of 5. This is, if you were to consider your spiritual journey, you were born, you come onto the planet, you are aware of your intuitive senses, you may want to be open and available to community, that you are a member of a group or a family or an organization. Unity is the symbolism of all of the different frequencies coming together to support the community. 6, the 6, if you recall, is a harmony card. You have just come through some type of challenge. You are, with the 5, you are looking for support at a community level. 6, you're feeling better about yourself and your awareness of your own energy, and you may come into a partnership. 6 is the number of harmony and partners in the major arcana. Trust, decisions, also a need for balance if the 6 shows up in a reading. 7, this is again, you're moving forward. You might be in the process of graduating from a program, be it high school, college. It's also a card that shows self-discipline and progress, that moving forward energy and determination. This is a very interesting card with the different artists who have worked on tarots over the years, the different renditions. 8, this is your justice card. This is the one for balance. It is inviting you to consider where you may have had some type of conflict and something needs to be resolved at a higher level. This is where your decisions come in, work-life balance, legal affairs. It might give you insight into paying attention to something that you might have going on legally. Standing up for your beliefs, standing up for yourself is what this card often symbolizes in a reading. 9, this is the Hermit card. It, consider part of your journey, you have found a partner, you've become part of a community, you're going out into the world. This 9 card has you pull your energy back just a little bit. This type of card, if it shows up in a reading, this gives you insight into taking time out for yourself, solitude, reflection, analysis. This is where you are looking at yourself from a spiritual perspective, taking 2 steps back and surveying your environment. The 10 card, this is the Wheel card. This is a full cycle card, as well as the World card when we get towards the end. This has you believe that things are progressing, they are moving forward. It's a movement card. This may also show the completion of something and the beginning of something else. Being in action. And oftentimes when this card shows up for my readings, it shows me that whatever that person is doing or whatever I am doing, you're on the right track. Keep going. 11 is your Strength card. This one shows a woman and a tiger in Rider-Waite. It shows a woman holding a lion's jaw. This card is representative of your courage, that you need patience, use honey instead of vinegar, power versus force in a situation when that card shows up. The 12, this is an awakening card. In Rider-Waite, you might see somebody, a hangman with his feet are at the top and he's hanging upside down. It invites you to consider that there are new ways of looking at things, new views, power in being yourself. There are things where you may even have old beliefs fall away. So there's something, a new way to look at things. 13 is release, transformation, positive change, completion, new beginnings. I think this is the death card in Rider-Waite. Where you see death riding in on a horse. This is giving you the awareness of letting go of things. Something is changing. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is leaving the earth plane, even though it's a death card. It is where, in order to be able to get to a place of peace, sometimes there is some chaos to go through. And this is the release card, allowing things to happen and taking care of yourself. 14. This is balance. This invites you to consider that you might be in negotiations of some sort where you want to be able to have a work-life balance. You might have too much energy in one area and not enough energy in another. So when this card shows up, this is where you want to look at being able to speak your truth, find that balance in life, and maybe even make some changes so that you do have that balance of things. Ego. What I'd like to share with you about this card is it's the same individual that's on the 0 card. And in your spiritual journey, you may realize that your human self, your ego keeps you safe. And there may be something for you to look at that your ego might be stopping you or standing the way or slowing you down from doing something. And it gives you the opportunity to see where you might have a small self belief that's running the show, where you may want to look at making connections to your higher self to get guidance and direction. When ego shows up, that is a card that is kind of a warning for you. I'll share just a short story about that card. I'm in IT. I work as a defense contractor, and my security clearance was coming up for renewal. And it just so happens, and I didn't know when, I just know they come and they interview you and ask questions. Well, I didn't know when they were coming. It just so happens that that morning I had drawn 3 cards, and one of those cards was the ego card. No, what is going to happen today that's going to trip me up? So I was on the lookout for conversations that were happening throughout my day. And sure enough, about 10 o'clock in the morning, I got a call that I had to go down to security for the interview. And I'm like, that's what this is about. So it allowed me to get myself together and be calm and collected and do a little bit of energy work before I went in and answered questions. But those are the kinds of things that messages that I get when I do readings, and it cued me in to be on my toes and looking for something to happen. Kim, you said it's the devil in your deck, the 15, and it may even have a man and a woman on that card. Yes, and it's a scary one. It is a so with that card, if you were to look at the Rider-Waite cards that have more of a historic meaning to them, here it is. This is the ego card. And the idea is that you may be chained and bound by your ideals and beliefs, that you would be able to break free if you were to see that there is something in particular that is holding you back. The ego card might also show up to give you insight into areas where you may need support regarding self-medication. Those of us that are psychic, we do have abilities that kind of have us feel overwhelmed. We're in crowds of people. And what this card does is it gives us insight into there is possibly another dimension that does want to push down on humanity to keep us slaves and to keep us in chains. And the idea is that you say how your life goes. If this card shows up in a reading, it's you really checking in with yourself and who you're being and your stand, your ideals for the world. Like me going into that meeting for my security clearance, that I could go in calm and confident instead of, panicking, being afraid of anything that may come up in the conversation. So ego card and the devil card, one and the same. Different artists portray it differently. And I think that's one of the things I find fascinating about tarot is the different artist renditions and the stories from this particular journey. Okay, I'm going to go back to the cards here. This one is life experience. I believe this may be the Tower card. Kim, what is the 16 in your deck? I'm going to go ahead and speak to it. Yes, it's the Tower. Yeah. So consider that you may have an we had that awakening card a while ago. You're starting to become aware of your psychic senses. Not everything in the world seems to be the same as, say, when you were growing up. You're having new views and opinions. This life experience card, if you look at it in the Rider-Waite, it has a tower in it. There's flames coming out. There's people jumping out of the building. Like shit's about to go down. Something is about to change. Walls come crumbling down. In our society, I believe that may be where we're at, is that there are establishments getting ready to fall and come crumbling down. So that's what this life experience card, or in Rider-Waite, it's that tower energy. And then we take the next part of our journey, right? So the next card is the Star card. Beautiful rendition in the Angel Tarot cards. This is a sign of hope, guidance, a sense of purpose, light at the end of the tunnel, where you just came out of the chaos with the tower and everything falling apart, and you're coming out a shining star. 18 is the Moon card. This one has a darker connotation to it, deep emotions, awareness of elevation of consciousness. Pay attention to the messages coming in. Pay attention to the dreams. There might be some guidance that your spirit guides want to share with you. The dark before the dawn. Next card we have is the Sun. This is like one of my favorite cards. I love when this one shows up in my readings. It has a little naked boy riding on a horse in Rider-Waite, and he's also inside of a wall. The Sun is an acknowledgement of your victories. You have worked hard to get here. This is your joy, public recognition, success, vibrant physical or emotional health. You have come through a lot of stuff on your journey, and you have reached a point of happiness and success and prosperity in your life. If this shows up in your future card, it's coming. Great card to get in a reading. 20. This is renewal. In Rider-Waite, you'll see Archangel Gabriel in the top of the card, and people are standing up, coming out of coffins. This is rejuvenation, second chances, moving in a new direction, insight regarding the wisdom and experiences that you have achieved. And then the last card in our journey, this is the World card. This is a beautiful card in all different kinds of artist depictions of the 21, the World card. Success, completion, maybe a new house or a new job, clarity, and turning the page. Similar to the World card, it's also a transition card. Let's see. 10 comes before the 1. This is a transition card, and this one too, it's a completion card. So if this shows up in your future, it means that things are getting ready to be really good and joyful, big picture views, and it's something that also shows that the completion of a journey. Any questions about the major arcana? We're going to use that for our first reading, and I think we're at the top of the hour. I'm looking in the chat. Okay. We're going to do some readings when we come back from our break. We'll take a 5-minute break. So have your cards back together, and if you want to shuffle them all back together again, that's fine. We are going to go through and look for a certain card, but we can do that when they're all shuffled together. So we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we will be back to do some readings. Come back. Okay, so for those of you who, am I on mute? Okay, I'm good. Those of you who don't have tarot cards, I have a fun online reading that you can do, that you would be able to pull a card for yourself and take a look at the meanings of it. I'm going to share that link in chat. Okay, in chat for everyone, I'm going to post a link where you can draw a card for daily readings, moonreading.com. And go ahead and open that link if you can. Card. And it may even give you meanings, information about that particular card. We're going to do a reading specifically for you, for those of you who do have tarot cards. If you have pencil and paper, should have shared that you need pencil and paper, or even a calculator. We're going to do a little bit of math. What we want to find is what your card is. And the way we're going to look at that is we're going to look at your birthday. So what I want you to do is add up the numbers in your birthday. For example, my birthday is October 23rd, 1965. And you want to add up each number one by one. If you look in your handout, you'll see a little bit of an exercise where I showed you add 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3. I want you to add up all of the numbers in your birth date individually. So for example, if I'm going to share my part of the handout real quick. Okay. To identify your birth card, we're going to use numerology, and you want to add the numbers of your birthday together. For example, this is adding up my numbers, and I come up to 27. What we want is a single digit number. So 2 plus 7 is 9. So my life path number, my major arcana, my tarot card is the number 9. I know we had some people join late, so I'm going to put a link to the handout in chat again, just in case. Whoops. Stop. I'm going to put a link to the handout for everyone in case you didn't get that. Does everybody have their number? Their life path number. Kim, 5. So look for that major arcana card of 5. So Maria, we're trying to get down to that single digit. Okay, 11. Yes, and 11 does have a magical power all in of itself. So your number, major arcana number is 2. You can absolutely take a look at 11. Records, that's you and I. We're 9s. Cynthia is a 6. Megan is a 9. So find that major arcana card for you. I must have shuffled mine upside down one time because they're not all in the same direction. Gladys, you're a 1.
Yes, yeah, 1.
And 1 is just try this idea on. 1 may very well be that this could be your first time on Earth. You may have visited other dimensions, other times. With 1, you're also, when you come onto the planet, you are quite possibly the leader of different situations and events. eights, fours, sevens. Not sure how to pronounce your name, and I don't want to botch it up. Adalgisa?
Yes.
How do you
Hi.
pronounce your name?
Adalgisa.
Alahisa?
Yes.
Okay. So 8/23, is that your month and year? I'm sorry, month and
That's
day?
my month and date. Yes.
Okay. So on paper, what you want to do is you're going to add 8 plus 2 plus 3 plus divide up those 4 numbers in your year. So if you're 1980, for example, plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 0,
I'm number 4.
you're a
If
4.
you add all of them, yes.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
And that is that number of stability. Again, 4 legs of a table. You are the foundation, quite possibly, in your family, in your community, that you enjoy having that stability in your life. And if you don't have that stability in your life, then it might feel a little bit like chaos.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Megan, your life path number, you're welcome. Megan, your life path number is a 5 also. You had shared with me, I think you had shared that in your readings, you get a lot of 5s. And with that vibrational frequency, I invite you to consider that you do want to focus on that clear, that ability, your throat chakra, your ability to speak, because you're going to have to stand up for yourself in situations that you may have situations in your life, and they may even be behind you. There may be conflicts and situations where you have to speak your truth and you have to take a stand in order to move forward. Melinda is a 6. We've got some 8s. 6 is that level of harmony, peace. If you have chaos in your life, it may look like something about your work-life balance isn't working, that you may want to look at the ability to be able to balance things out. Okay. And do each of you have that major arcana card that you would get a sense of what that vibrational frequency is for you? Whenever that card shows up in a reading, like that's your sign, that's your message, your particular number. Even if those numbers come up in the minor arcana cards in the suits. Okay, so we're going to do one more reading. I'm looking at the time. We're going to do one more reading, and then we're going to do a raffle. This particular reading, and you are the psychic intuitive, right? So you have your own connections with the spirit world, with your angels, with your spirit guides. They know they have connections to you. You are opening yourself up to any guidance and wisdom coming through. And there's many different ways that you can do readings. In the handout that I provided, I showed you with the 1-card reading, and you can use a 1 card for anything. Hey, I need guidance about X, that you can draw 1 card and get some type of insight into the situation. One that I do with my community is a 2-card reading. And that is where you draw 2 cards, and one of them is your focus, like that top of the mind thing that you are working on, a project, a relationship, a job. There's some type of focus. That's your top of the mind item. The second card is what I consider a challenge card, something else Spirit wants you to know, so you don't get blindsided. I shared with you a few years back where I had drawn the ego card. So I know I was going to be on it about something that came up. That challenge card was is an opportunity for you to see where there might be something for you to look at, something that might even be a blind spot for you. Kim, your computer died. Yikes. I see that you are back with us. So thanks for finding a way to technically come back. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to shuffle our cards, whatever deck you have. For those of you who don't have tarot cards, Rozzy, you might be able to go to that daily reading one and pick 2 cards. Pick 1 card, write it down, do a refresh, pick another card. That way you can get 2 cards. You can shuffle these anyway. I'm using my Rider-Waite cards now. Oh, there's a jumper. So that was my card for today.
All of the cards.
I'm going to put that one down as my focus card, and I'm also going to draw a challenge card. So you want 2 cards. This is my focus card. Very interesting. It shows that I have things lined up, but I am unhappy, and what the spirit world wants to share with me is there's something that I'm missing. And then this is my challenge card. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to look at it first. Oh, okay. That's not bad. My challenge card is the Knight of Air. It is one, the knights are inviting us to consider where there might be an action to be taken. It's an air card, so it's also of the mind. So there is some type of idea or premise that I am considering stepping into, and I know exactly what that is at work, that I need to be mindful of how I am being when I present new ideas to my coworkers. So let's touch base with all of you. I'm going to do gallery view just so I can see everyone. And oh, okay. Well, there's 4 of us with our videos on. So do any of you have cards that you drew, either focus or challenge, and you'd like for me to interpret?
Yes, I have a question. On the focus, the 9, the hermit came
Okay.
out. And then on the challenge card, the King of Pentacles came out.
Okay. Your focus card has me believe that there might be something that you are considering or pondering, and you are reflecting before you take your next step. You're taking a time out before doing something. That challenge card, you said King of Pentacles.
Yes.
That has me believe it has to do either with money or prosperity, possibly forgiveness. The King is that leadership card. So you want to look in the realm of the material world where there's something that may be getting ready to manifest for yourself in your life materialistically. I'm taking
Makes
a look.
sense. Thank you.
Yes. Um, 4 of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. I'm going to 225. We don't have a scheduled meditation. I do have one if anybody wants to stay at the bottom of the hour. I'm going to go through these here real quick and take a look before we do our raffle. So Mendy, 4 of Pentacles, that is 4 of coins. That has me believe that your focus is stabilization of your, possibly your home life or your job, that it's grounded. And Ace of Cups has me believe that you are possibly coming into either a new relationship or something that lights you up. A new passion of yours is something that's that challenge card. Kim, Page of Swords, that is similar to what I had drawn. That is where you are possibly considering taking action into something. That's your top of the mind. Your Seven of Cups is one where you might have many opportunities. If you look at your card, there's many opportunities presenting to you, and you want to consider what that opportunity is that you want to take to the next level. Rosie, you had Wheel of Fortune and High Priestess. Wheel of Fortune is your top of the mind card. The things that you're doing for yourself in your life, you are in action. Keep on going with those things. I don't hear any need to change directions. The High Priestess card is you are getting ready to create something. You are getting ready to bring something into the universe, and you may even want to not necessarily share it with people. That's a secrecy card, something that you may want to do research on, whatever that a project might be for you, but you want to be in doing the research now in whatever it is that you are looking into. Record one, Knight of Pentacles is an action card regarding money. That's your top of the mind thing. You might have a decision that you're working on. Ace of Wands, your challenge card. There quite possibly could be a opportunity that's going to show up that is in the realm of your passions. The wands are the fire cards. Yana Yuri, did I pronounce that right?
It's Yanauri.
Yanali?
Yanauri, yeah.
Yanardi. Okay. That's beautiful. Thank you. The Tower and Ace of Pentacles. Tower. There's things like crashing around you right now, quite possibly. Something is not right. And it gives you the opportunity to see wherever there's a breakdown, there's also a breakthrough. And the card that you have as your challenge card is Ace of Pentacles. In my mind, I'm seeing that there might be an opportunity that is coming for you that is financial, because it's a coin. It could also be a new house or a new car, but it's in the realm of the material world.
That's nice.
Focus card, Page of Swords. Again, this card comes up in our light being spirit circle. That's that action card. Swords is a mind card. Page is a message. The message of some type of thought or belief or image that you have is your top of the mind focus right now. And your challenge is the Seven of Cups. Or did I do this one?
Yeah, you did that one.
I did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Seven of Cups is many opportunities. Cynthia, Knight of Wands. Wands is a passion card. It's also an action card because it's a knight card. So there might be something that you are focusing on that lights you up, that you are working on. It might be a relationship. It might be a relationship with a partner. It may be a relationship with a family member. It may be a relationship with a coworker. That Knight of Wands draws your attention to. You have thoughts about a particular area that you are passionate about. And then the High Priestess, again, this is a secrecy card. There might be some thoughts that you have that you are either doing research or listening to alternative news media. There's a lot going on in the world. The High Priestess as your challenge card may even be inviting you to look at building that connection between yourself and your higher self. DC, Ace of Wands as a challenge card. Ace of Wands is a beginning of a new passion or something that you are creating. You may know what it is, you may not. It might be something that's still going to be coming in, but what the spirit world wants you to do, your guides, your guardian angels want you to be aware of some type of gift that you may be receiving in the spirit world that they would like for you to focus on.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is a challenge.
Come again?
So if I'm going to, there's something new beginning, how it is a challenge? I thought if it's a challenge card, I'm not seeing something. It does, I mean,
Yes. So you drew two cards. There was a focus card that you drew that was possibly alluding to whatever your top of the mind thing is. With Ace of Wands being your challenge card, it's simply something the spirit world wants you to know, wants you to be aware that there is something new that is going to be coming in or something that you are manifesting, that you could have that in your awareness. So if something does show up, it's like, oh, okay. For example, me drawing the ego card hours before I had that interview with regarding my security clearance. It's just something they want you to know, to be mindful of. So you're looking for, with that being your challenge card, you're looking for some type of insight into a new passion.
and it can be good or bad, both, or does that mean?
It can be good. Yeah, it's just something that spirit wants you to know.
But it can be bad too because it's a challenge. Is that true or no?
It's going to expand you,
Okay.
whatever it is. So it may not necessarily be easy peasy. Spirit wants you to know that there is something there that's getting ready to start for you. Does that
Okay.
help?
Yes, that helps. And for my focus card, I'm not familiar. I wrote it in the Hierophant. I don't know, 5. What does that mean?
That is 5, right? Unity,
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
Hierophant.
Right.
That is a card that has me believe that you are somebody in your community that people look up to.
Mhm.
And there may be something there for you to take ownership that you are a leader in either a community or a group or maybe even in your family, but you could be, your focus quite possibly be that you are helping somebody to mediate a situation in your community. Does that resonate with you?
Okay, kind of. Okay. Can this be
And
job?
and you can absolutely Google these cards. You guys can
Okay.
Google these cards. I'm giving you the quick, fast, off the top of my head, sense that I'm getting on your readings, and you can absolutely take this to the next level and go a little bit deeper if you want.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna look back here. I was on challenge card. Lillian, your focus card was the Tower. So that has me think that there is something that is crumbling around you, some type of structure, and it might not necessarily be painful, but there is something that is like in your face that is getting ready to crumble and fall. And then the Empress card is that pregnant woman where she is bringing forth that third element into the world. It's a number 3, right? That Empress means you're getting ready to create something, either a project or an activity or even a craft that you have, or even starting up a new business. There's something that you're getting, that spirit wants you to know that there is something that is being created in your world. Gladys. 7 of Swords jumped out, then 7 of Wands. Seven of Swords has me believe that there has been possibly some type of was thinking of Five of Swords, so I'm just gonna look real quick. Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords, your focus, your top of the mind problem may deal with somebody who has deceived you, or you may have deceived something. Something that you are working on is what that Seven of Swords alludes to, some type of theft or deception in your world. And then Seven of Wands, see if that gives us any more meaning into what this may be about. Huh. Seven of Wands, courage, effort, challenges, whatever the heck is going on with those Seven of Swords, and that's possibly your thoughts or feelings, thoughts in the mind. What Seven of Wands invites you to look at is that your passions, that you are courageous in whatever is going on in your life, that you have strength. That's that seven number. That's that graduation where you're stepping into, coming into your power in regards to whatever situation is in your world.
You're right on point. Yeah, it's deception. It's big
You
problem.
pulled the cards,
You got it.
right? Very
Yeah.
interesting. Look at
So, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ace of Wands, records Ace of Wands as your challenge card. That is where you are beginning a passion, something that lights you up. You're creating something. What the spirit world wants you to know is bringing that into your awareness. If it's something that you keep pushing off, no. What they want you to see is if there's something that you've been thinking about creating, they would like you to pay a little bit more, put more energy into it. Alpha, my birth card is 4, stability. I pulled 4 as the focus. That is that work-life balance, that you have a firm foundation. And then 5 of water. 5 of water. That's a challenge card. Losses, leaving, or sorrow. When you look at the 5 of water, it has all of the cups turned over, and there is quite possibly a river running through between you and wherever you're going. So there is difficulties, and my guidance for you is flow like water. Go ahead and step into your own truth in regards to the challenges that are coming up for you. Because it is a cups, because it's a water sign, it may have to do with emotions. It may have to do with relationships, either intimate or family or community, just to bring your awareness to the energy of the 5 of cups.
My card says meditation,
4.
contemplation, apathy, revelation, and disconnect.
Is it a 4 or a 5?
It's a 4.
It's a 4. And you want to share with me one more time? That's more of a grounded card. It's not as turbulent.
It's 4 of cup, water. And at the bottom, it says meditation, contemplation, apathy, revelation, and disconnect.
So let me lean into that a little bit. What you are looking at, your 4 of cups, you may see where there are 3 cups standing up and there is a hand reaching out with a 4th cup.
Yes.
So consider that there are aspects of your life where you may have reached some type of discontent, or things aren't going the way that you like. And there is another opportunity that's in your blind spot that you can't see. Something spirit wants you to know. restlessness, boredom, contentment. There's something else available to you that may help raise your vibrational frequency. Does that help any?
A little bit, a little bit. Does it mean that there is something in the back good coming or bad coming? What
My
is,
sense is it's good coming, and it has to do with emotions, passions, relationship. There's something else, spirit, and it may already be in your life, but it's in your periphery.
okay,
And what spirit wants you to do is see there is another opportunity for joy and fulfillment.
okay. No, that definitely helps.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking here. Kelly, Temperance, and the Chariot. I am going to look up Temperance again. That one is so deep that I often have to just take a look to see if we can get what the meaning is for you in regards to your reading. It's a major arcana card. It is further along in the journey. So it's towards, it's above 10. What number is it? 16 or 18 or 19? What came after the Tower?
This symbol.
There it is. 16. Moderation, reconciliation, healing, and angelic guidance. If you remember when I was talking about the journey, this is where you are developing that connection with your higher self, that you're able to connect. I keep putting my hand above my head, but it's actually from your heart that you are able to connect with your higher self. And the meaning behind that is shows you're dealing with potentially volatile situation. You need to temper your thoughts and actions and find balance and harmony. The Chariot is your challenge card. The Chariot is that 7 number. It has you graduating something. It has you stepping out into a particular situation. So there might be something that Spirit wants you to know about a step you're getting ready to take. On point. Yes, I am going to provide, we've got the handouts, and I'll also provide a link to this recording so that you, if there's something, what did Regina say? You'd be able to come back to it. Okay, so we're going to do a raffle. We're about 14 minutes over, and we'll end with a song. So I am shuffling my cards. You want to pick a number from 1 to 21 and post it in chat. Cards. Kim, 25, you want to go underneath 21. We don't
Oh,
necessarily
okay.
have a 25.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the number for my clairvoyant folks. Did everybody post a number? I think we're good. And Kim posted again. Okay, the number is for a tarot card reading with me. 8. Do we have any 8s?
I'm so happy it's me. Yes, I'm
I
8.
think I have 2 8s.
Oh,
And that means you both get readings.
Me too.
thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, I'm going to put the link in chat, a private message to you,
Okay.
and the code to be able to schedule that.
Sure.
And does anybody have any questions? We didn't have time to do the 3-card reading. I would love to do a 3-card reading with you. We do tarot and oracle activations. If you do an online session with me, I'm going to post that link in chat. And for everyone. And then my 8. Rosie, I think you won the last Spirit Circle, and that coupon may not work twice, that coupon that I gave you. So let me know if you have any problems with it.
Okay.
It's going to be, if that works for you. And then I also had my other 8. Can you post in, can you private message me? I can't find your 8 in here. And I'll send you the code. Adalgisa, is that how to pronounce it? And if anybody else is interested in a reading, you can use coupon code SAVE50 since you're one of our Spirit Circle members. All right, thank you. I got your email and I will send you an email after this call with the link and the coupon. So Lillian, for 50% off, it's SAVE50. That will help you work through the payment options where we'll take half off. Okay, again, we went over. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. These are so much fun. I've never done this one online. We've done these in the past in Alexandria and DC and in Maryland, where we were all sitting around a table and it was super fun. And I hope to be able to get back to those. Thank you for your patience as we put this together online. We do have another Spirit Circle coming up, and this one is in March. I'm just going to put the link in chat. If anybody is interested to join us, this is on your clairaudient gift. We're going to look at expanding that. I'm going to put that in chat. It's our March free Spirit Circle. If you haven't signed up for that, that one's going to be a fun one too. All right. If anybody has any more questions, post them in chat. We're going to end with a song. If there's any support I can give you in between Spirit Circles, best way to get a hold of me is through Meetup. It comes right to my phone. Certainly send me an email. And with that, I'm going to wish everybody a great day. Good to see you.
Thanks so much. Great day to
You're
you and
welcome.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.